Hey, welcome back folks to another Destiny 2 video. Today we're going to be diving into a new auto rifle which will drop from the season pass. You can also get it from the world. It is a pretty interesting, I think it looks fantastic, auto rifle. You can get it from the season pass or the Umbrella engrams for location. A little bit of momentum control in the background. The auto rifle I'm talking about is this one here. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. It looks like a beefy auto rifle you want to take into combat, called the Chorizo Melon. Looks like a fusion rifle kind of. Chisura Mellow? Chisura Mellow? Anyways, it's got a really nice looking scope on it. It is a high impact auto rifle, so it shoots with the slowest rate of fire possible. Now, the reason we're going to dive into the review today on this weapon is because I think it is very viable in the Crucible. It is something you can take into any game mode and perform pretty well. However, you just have to perform around that weapon's range, right? Like with any weapon. This thing's very viable in the Crucible with a very solid time to kill. The main downside to it is that it does have a lot of stability fall off as the range gets further. And that's just kind of common with this archetype. So looking at the random rolls here, pretty standard column 1, column 2. Really, usually you want range, but any perk for the sights that would boost your handling or even stability. Same with column 2. Something like accurized rounds or steady rounds would be my go-to there. If you are doing a PvE roll, of course, you can go for that extended mag. As you know, these higher impact ones do come with a little bit shorter magazine sizes. Column 3, a few new perks here. Dynamic sway reduction, we've got heating up. I forget what the skull is called, but that's a new perk. Outlaw, 4th time's the charm, and then we'll take a look. Mine has that bottom perk on it, which is pretty good in my opinion. And column 4, Dragonfly, Demolitionist, Multi-Kill Clip, Frenzy, Harmony, which is a new perk this season. And then Thresh, which, you really can't get too many bad rolls. I'm not a fan at all of 4th time's the charm. That's me personally. I'd be shooting for either a reload perk or something like this, really dynamic sway reduction for PvP. I think that perk massively benefits auto rifles. Column 4, really up to you. I personally like Harmony. So here's mine, the Chorizo Melon. I've got a range masterwork. I did get a better one after I made this video, so the timing was just poor, but it is what it is. Range masterwork ensemble, so improved handling and reload speed when you're near allies, and then frenzies if you're in combat longer. Essentially, you get a damage buff. So two things that kind of predicated around the fact that you're around allies and then you're in battle a certain duration. Running middle tree Titan, I think it's meta Dune Marchers, pretty basic, easy to use. This game here, I'm just going to show some control gameplay with me with the weapon. Really strong option though. I was pleasantly surprised. The last time I used a high impact auto rifle was probably the Last Wish Raids auto rifle, which I don't even remember what it was called at this point, but this thing very versatile. I like that it's an energy weapon, so I can pair it with something like my Reese Walker, or you can pair it with a sidearm. It goes well with this one, even I would say goes well with a sniper if you're on a larger map. And again, that's just going to be a specific play style. So just something to keep in mind there. Typically, this is something where this auto is on the longer end of medium range. But you're not going to be challenging scout rifles by any means. Maybe on PC you will, but not on console. There's no way, unfortunately. I'm still going to be farming for a better roll. Of course, always going for the god roll. But when and if I get it in PvP, I'll use it. I'll keep it in the rotation for sure. It's not going to be a competitive weapon I use. And one of my main gripes, and you might see it in the gameplay here, is that as I'm shooting my opponents, anytime they're hitting me with bullets, the flinch I'm feeling is just, you can see some of it there. It's just very significant, which makes it very hard to control my recoil on an already tough to control recoiled weapon. Um, it's not a bad shot spread there, but it just doesn't make it as viable as it could be. I think this weapon would really shine in on PC. The thing I will say though, this is control gameplay. I did play momentum control, and in that game mode, the reward is like 88 a headshot. Super fast time to kill, obviously, but then again, you're bouncing that back and forth with the fact that the stability is not great. So overall, momentum control definitely not the best option. In here as well, you really benefited with this auto rifle, and I don't know if this was part of recent patches, from really getting your headshots. I think this one does 36 to the head. Um, if I could hit a headshot here, you'd be able to see it. And then something like this in PvE, we've talked about this in the past. Having that artifact mod have anti-barrier rounds this season is going to be great. This is something you can certainly use in something like Nightfall activities or solo Lost sectors. And again, with it being an energy, it has a burn, which is nice. So it pairs really nicely. And then, of course, with all the new well perks that are they're kind of going towards, just kind of nice as well. So if you run like a solar build, this weapon would benefit from that. And then I don't think I have one on this weapon, but a perk like Harmony, you get a kill with another weapon, let's say it's my shotgun, and then swap to this one. It's a pretty sizable damage boost. I don't recall what percentage it is, 10 or 15, I knew at one point, but it's enough to make the time to kill obviously lower, but it's noticeable as well. So it's very nice, something to actively go for. I think Harmony is a great perk to have in the game. But yeah, I'm really curious. Drop a comment below if you guys have gotten this auto rifle from either the season pass or from that new 6-player activity, and what you think of it. Lol, got frozen midair. What's the role you have on it? Have you tried it in PvP? Really curious as to what your thoughts are. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you did like it, and then I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.